Welcome back. What is this, MMA calculator?
I think it did Attic MMA.
Oh, MMA Attic. Get in our attic.
Welcome back. We supercharged our fight prediction model so we could get you the best bets for UFC Lewis versus Nascimento earlier than normal. Our betting strategy at this time is to look for model predicted favorites that have positive expected value against the book odds. We're going to touch on every fight on this card, so let's get to it. Starting with the first fight of the prelims, we have J.J. Aldrich versus Veronica Hardy. Hardy is the favorite at the books, but Aldrich is the favorite according to the model. This gives us a small EV on Aldrich, so we placed a bet. Next up, we have Kevin Jousset versus Jared Gooden. The model has this fight all but equal to the books. No value on either side of this fight, but it does make Jousset look like a strong favorite pick. Moving on to Charles Johnson versus Jake Hadley. The books have Hadley as a minus 159 favorite, while the model likes Johnson as a minus 146 favorite. This gives us decent value on Johnson, and we took that action. Next on the prelims, we have Billy Goff versus Trey Waters. The model has this fight slightly closer than the books, but that leaves Waters as a smaller favorite on the model and not pushing us to bet on either side of this one. After that, we have a mid-card snack break. Hit the bathroom, fill up your drink, and you'll be back in plenty of time to see who wins the decision between Tabitha Ricci and Tisha Pennington. The model sees this fight exactly the same as the bookies. Lipsky tried a name change 2 weeks ago, and it looks like Torres can expect a similar outcome. Back to the action, we have Terrence McKinney versus Esteban Ribovics. The model sees this fight going the same way as the bookies, but has Ribovics as a stronger favorite. We love to see it. We don't get positive EV on book favorites very often, but we have great results when we do. We're taking the action on Ribovics. For the final prelim fight, we have Chase Hooper versus Vyacheslav Borshev. The model has this as a pretty close fight, but with Hooper being the favorite. This gives us some expected value against the bookies who have Hooper as a plus 120 underdog. We're taking the play on Hooper. Starting off the main card, we have Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Robelis de Spain. This fight promises to be a banger, but Lewis versus Ngannou made that same promise, so keep your fingers crossed. The book has Robelis as a minus 204 favorite, but the model likes Cortez Acosta just as much. We have great value on Acosta, and with heavyweights, you never really know what could happen. We're placing a bet on Acosta. Next up, we have Alex Caceres versus Sean Woodson. The model has this as a much closer fight than the bookies do, but nothing that fits into our betting strategy. Moving on to Diego Fajeda versus Matus Rebecki, and we have our second book favorite with positive expected value of the card. These are some of our most reliable plays. The model has Rebecki as an even stronger favorite than the bookies. We're taking action on Rebecki. Next up, we have Alonzo Menafield versus Carlos Ulberg. The model has this fight as a coin flip, so if you're looking for a big upset play, you might take a look at Menafield. In the co-main event, we have Nursultan Ruzaboev versus Joaquin Buckley. The model odds are similar to the book odds, but the model does have this being a closer fight on paper. In the main event, we have Derek Lewis versus Rodrigo Nascimento. I have bet on Derek Lewis in every fight since 2015. Unfortunately, I don't pick the fights anymore. The model has the book odds flipped on their head, with Nascimento being a strong favorite at minus 171. You can never count Derek out, but we're trusting the model and going with Nascimento. This week we have 7 positive EV wagers, 5 underdog bets, and we actually have 2 book favorites this week as well. We've risked 10.61 units with a potential return of 19.42 units. This leaves us with a potential profit of 8.81 units. We're trying dropping our prediction video earlier in the week. Let us know down in the comments if earlier videos are better. We'll be back early next week with all the results. Like and subscribe, and enjoy the fights.